I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at the Mighty Thor issue number 702. As Jane Foster's disease ramps up, what will be her downfall? The War of Realms or the disease that's been eating her alive? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. So, as the comic opens up, we get up to speed on what's been happening in the War of Realms. It's been raging for a long time now, and things definitely don't seem to be getting any better. The Roxxon war machine is assailing Vanheim, the giants are in the middle of a civil war, elves are starving to death without their homeland, the devious angels have decided to withdraw from the Council of Worlds, leaving everyone else holding the bag, and even a goddess of thunder like Thor can't be everywhere at once to deal with these problems. If Asgard is going to pull through, they're going to need some brand new allies, and because of that, Thor has brought herself to this dingy dive bar where, oh hey look, Jason Aaron and the rest of the Thor team are drinking, how cute. Hercules, everyone's favorite prince of power, is there too, and Jane challenges him to a good old-fashioned arm wrestling match. If he wins, he gets a kiss. If he loses, he has to pledge Olympus's help in the War of Realms. It's right around here Thor, Odin's son, has to come busting on in and break up the game. Usually he's the master of fun times like this, but it's getting really serious up in here. Of course, Herc was just playing. He was going to help his friends out in their time of need regardless, but hey, you gotta find fun where you can now that he's sober, a fact of which Thor finds truly amazing. Now back up in Asgardia, our two Thors find what's left of Volstagg, the former War Thor. He'd been beaten within an inch of his life by a monster that they assume can only be the rampaging, ravenous Mangog. Jane is ready to rush off into battle and to get the defenses for Asgardia ready for the fight that is no doubt coming their way, but Odinson feels a little different. He's worried about Jane right now. Their relationship has been strained by the whole hammer business, obviously. But deep down in his heart of hearts, he still very much loves and cares about her. He's further worried about Jane because of all of this War of Realms stuff. She's been staying in the Thor form longer and longer, meaning she's been missing her chemotherapy treatments. Jane says that her work as Thor is important right now, and that staying in this form means she doesn't have to deal with the horrible, dark, crushing mortality that comes with being a human with cancer. That being said, it's not like Thor Odinson's words fall on deaf ears. In fact, Jane begins to think maybe he's right, and maybe there is at least one thing that Jane Foster can do better than Thor, Goddess of Thunder, ever could. It's with that she powers down for the first time in months and opts to pick a fight with, oh, you'll never guess, Odin One-Eye. Yeah, the Allfather has locked himself away and pretty much gone into full-on secluded hermit mode ever since his wife Freya got stabbed with a poison dagger wielded by Loki quite a few arcs back now. She says that if the Asgardians are ever going to pull through this whole War of Realms thing, they're going to have to be united, and step one to getting united is being able to rally behind a leader, something Odin has not been doing a very good job of recently. The fact that a human could ever be so ballsy as to call out the Allfather in front of the entire Asgardian court clearly cuts Odin pretty deep, because he comes on out to read her the riot act. Although what I'm sure Odin was not expecting is that the Asgardian court and even Thor himself are all very much behind Jane right now, as she's making some solid points. Now there's a good couple seconds here where as the reader I actually did think, oh my god, Odin is gonna smite Jane right now in front of everybody, but then Freya of all people wakes up from her poison-induced coma to save the day. She again seems to echo what Jane has been saying about how Asgard needs to come together with a new, stronger leader, a better Allfather, or even possibly an All-Mother, if they're going to survive the coming of the new Mangog. And speaking of Mangog, as the comic begins to wind down, Heimdall ends up coming face to face with the horrible creature on the Rainbow Bridge. So that was the Mighty Thor issue number 702, everybody, and overall they really do seem to be winding this down on the saga that has been Jane Foster's time as Thor. When the whole thing started, I was certain there would have to be some sort of backdoor or Houdini moment or last-minute wild card that could save her life and continue this version of Thor, but now I'm not 100% sure anymore. If it is truly her time, though, Jason Aaron is making sure she goes out with one hell of a bang, an organic one too at that, which is often hard to pull off. I really did love the heart-to-heart between
between Jane and Odin's son in this issue. Their relationship has really grown and evolved. First they were lovers and confidants, and now they're heroic equals. This issue really hits home their mutual respect, and I'm all about that. Overall, I'd give this issue an 8 out of 10, so that's Thor, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to check out some of the other videos I have available on my channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter at CapeJoel, so you always know what brand new videos I got coming out next. And as always, if you like my work and are feeling in a supportive mood, please follow me on Patreon. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month, and anything would be appreciated. So until next time, everyone, this has been CapeJoel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.